I have the Milwaukee Brewers going 36-24. Their manager is Craig Counsell. I didn't know this, but he is actually the longest tenured manager in the National League now. That's crazy to me. I feel like he hasn't been there that long. Anyway, this team got a whole facelift this offseason. And I think that they traded a lot of their impact they had on the roster for depth. So the lineup, you still have Christian Yelich, who to me is the top three player in baseball. Any given moment, he's so good. And then around him, you have Keston Hiura. Young gun really stepped up last year as a rookie. They did lose Yasmani Grandal, Mike Moustakas. Those two were really big impact players they had on their infield. Eric Thames is another key guy that they lost. They did replace them. You have Omar Narvaez coming in from Seattle. He'll basically be a budget version of Grandal. They paid him less. They'll be getting a little bit less, but he's essentially the same player. A lot of pop in the bat. Not quite the defensive framer that Grandal was. Grandal is one of the best catchers in the game at framing pitches. You also have Justin Smoke, who came in from the Blue Jays. He's another power bat. Eric Sogard comes back after his resurgence with the Rays. You have Ryan Braun, who will be DHing this year. He'll probably be back next year, but he's still a productive bat in the lineup. Avisail Garcia, they just got from the Rays. And Luis Urias is someone they acquired in the trade with the Padres. He should be back after he clears the coronavirus protocols and whatnot, taking the place, hopefully, of Orlando Arcia for everyone in the Brewers' sake, any fan of the Brewers. So their lineup just gets a whole facelift. They do a lot of impact, but they also gain a lot more depth at the positions that they have. The starters, once again, had a little bit of a facelift. And basically, the Brewers are trying to buy into all these young guys they have. So Brandon Woodruff, he's their main guy. He's the ace of this lineup. He had a really breakout year last year, made the All-Star team as an injury replacement, I believe. They also have Adrian Hauser, who had a really good year last year. He'll hope to build off of that, especially the second half. Young gun and Corbin Burns, he had a rough go of it trying to make his first start last year in the MLB. He'll look to sort of change his luck this year. And then you have Eric Lauer, who also came in from the Padres trade. He's a guy, he's 25 years old. He's looking to get into the rotation. He's doing relief appearances right now. And then they brought in Brett Anderson. He's an old guy. He's puts up solid numbers. He'll look to eat up a decent amount of innings as well, put up some good numbers for them. As for the people they lost, man. They lose Jordan Lyles. He was really good last year when they had him. It was Gio Gonzalez he ate up a lot of innings for them. Zach Davies did a decent job last year. He was part of the trade to bring in Eric Lauer and Luis Urias. And Chase Anderson, who goes to the Blue Jays. The bullpen, though, still a great bullpen. You have Josh Hader leading the charge once again of a group who's pretty deep. So you have Brent Suter as a relief guy. You have David Phelps, who they bring in from the Cubs. You also have, obviously, Josh Hader, one of the best relievers in baseball. And then along with him, Corey Knebel making his comeback this year. He had, I believe, Tommy John last year. Some sort of regular pitcher injury where he was out for the year. And I think he'll really add another punch that this bullpen really needs. They did lose some guys, though. They lost Jeremy Jeffress to the Cubs. He also did have a bit of a down year last year. Drew Pomeranz, who they brought over in a trade from the Padres last year, did really well while he was there. They just didn't want to pay him, I guess. They didn't have the money to pay him. Whatever. He went to the Giants. And Junior Guerra put in some solid innings at relief for them last year. But he's gone as well. So, reiterating, this lineup doesn't quite have the power, not quite the star talent I think that's needed to win the tiebreakers versus the Cubs and the Reds. I think that they'll lose the head-to-head battles with both of those teams, putting them at the bottom of the second-place barrel.